What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What are we working on today, Dan?
It's a 2010 Camaro 2SS RS LS3.
Did y'all get all that? Say that one more time.
2010 Camaro 2SS RS LS3.
I thought it was a SS.
2SS.
How's it a RS and a SS?
Because it's a 2SS plus the RS package. Puts leather and fog lights. Just a bunch of cool stuff.
Man, this is a sexy car, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
When you said RS and SS, I got
It's a
confused.
2SS RS, I promise.
Alright, I believe you. So, you guys remember this car. This is the one we did the cam package on.
Yeah.
And, let me turn the light on. Got the cam package in here. And, had the dyno video. So, now what we're doing is getting rid of these stock brakes. These poor things have seen better days.
Yeah.
And,
they're terrible.
so, as is the what's the word I'm looking for? The tradition in this garage. We did one side.
Yeah.
So we knew what all tools and everything we needed specifically. So this is what we're looking like on this side.
Slotted and drilled rotors.
And it's beautiful. Got the beauty going on over here. So aside from the brakes, everything else that we're doing, he's got a different overflow tank. You know the name of it?
Rotofab.
It's a Rotofab washer tank.
Windshield washer fluid reservoir relocator.
Relocator.
Because it goes.
Oh, it's gonna go way up there.
Right
Oh, that's nice, dude. So the original one is inside the airbox.
And it's
This is a cold air inductions intake, and it's blocking airflow, and it's just really a pain in the ass to fill up.
Right.
Because you got to take all these 3 bolts off and take the lid off, and you know, just to fill it up and everything. So got this Rotofab relocation tank going in, which we'll you know, kind of detail some of that. And then
getting the brakes, you know, changing the brakes is a prime opportunity to change that, because you have to get inside the fender well.
yeah, we got to take
Under here to get to all the hoses and wires to get the old one out anyways.
yeah. So we'll pull this splash shield out and work on getting this tank and stuff out, and we'll do these brakes on this side at the same time. And then we also have the transmission fluid.
Yes.
We got some good stuff in here. This is gonna be the Redline D4 ATF. Woo, son! Come on, you spared no expense on this trip.
Some Redline MT90 for the rear diff.
Nice.
Got to change it too.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be a lot happier. He's been having problems with second gear synchro, and that Redline ATF, according to the forums, is supposed to help with that situation a lot, because there's people that have had problems with the second gear synchro pretty much straight out of the factory. There was the one guy, the post that I sent you, Dan. That one guy only had like 15,000 miles on his Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
And
the earlier gen, like the first gen, which this is one of the first models, you know, 2010 model. So in later 2010s and 11s and on, they don't have that problem, because GM figured it was an issue and they fixed it. But since I have one of the earlier ones, you got a problem.
Yeah. So, but the one that I found, and actually there were several people that attested to the same thing, was that the Dex 3 fluid for some reason just wasn't quite enough to help with the synchros. Of course, we all know Dex 3 ain't got no friction modifiers or nothing in it, like you would expect it to have. And so the Redline D4 has a friction modifier in it, and it's supposed to help. And a lot of these people were saying that they were having problems at 10, 15,000 miles with their second gear synchro.
Yeah.
And they changed the fluid out to this Redline, and it completely went away. So we're gonna shoot for that.
Man,
See if that works. And I really feel like it should, because this is a real low mileage car, you know. So I think there's a good chance it's gonna straighten that problem out. But obviously it makes perfect sense to at least try it before we pull the gearbox out and change all the synchros and stuff. So but anyway, I've seen just tons and tons of people say that works. So ramble, we're gonna change the transmission fluid and the rear diff fluid, And so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this stuff. Y'all stay tuned. Now look who showed up. I know y'all heard that thing pulling up. The LS3 240 out there. They just keep piling up. Got the Skyline, got the 240, got my Trailblazer. They're just all trying to kill me right now. Damn, why are you trying to kill me?
Hey man, we're trying to do some work.
Yeah. What are you saying? Stop talking?
Yeah, turn it off.
Okay, fine. Fine. Alright, so we're in the middle of removing the splash shield. Oh, that's all you gotta do?
Yeah.
You don't have to take it all the way out. So there's the stock one.
How big
And you can see the filter.
Yeah, that's the air intake.
I mean, I don't know how much airflow it would really be blocking, but
It's a pain in the ass to get to
the fact of filling it up enough is enough to want to move it anyway.
Exactly.
I didn't expect to see the air filter right there though. That's kind of cool. Did there used to be some plastic up there too?
The stock box, yeah.
I thought so. It's a pretty cool setup though, man. It's pretty wide open in there.
But once you get this out of the way, you've got a lot more flow from the front.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be a nice setup right there. It looks like it fits right in there. It's got some kind of bolts or clip or something.
I'm not really sure because it doesn't really see one, but that just sits on that post.
Well, I see there's like a thing that's supposed to clip into something.
It probably will. I might have to take that.
Oh, there's a bolt hole right there. I bet you there's a bracket. We got a bolt in that hole for that to slide into.
Bracket.
For real?
Well, this is that. That's the only hardware it came with.
Well, I don't see no clip. There's a hole where there could be a clip, but there is this.
I wonder if this comes through the firewall.
Is there anything that sits on this right here? Oh, it could, dude. Does that? That snaps in the hole. The rubber snaps in the hole. Okay.
So it's just a grommet that slides.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Is there any bolt thing at the top?
No, because it's sealed. It just sits on that. That's where one of the factory airbox.
Well, see, that's what I was looking at. If there was,
it just sits on there.
Oh, well, there you go. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if there was a tab coming off the bolt to it or what, but that looks like it'll work good. And that's probably what this bushing right here is for. It'll go over that bolt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see if I can free up a hand here. But yeah, this will go. I'm good at figuring stuff out. Instructions, what are those for?
It didn't come with none anyways.
This thing threads on.
Well, it's like it's made for it, huh?
I think it might be. Alright, so while Dan's working on this right here, I'm going to go ahead and start getting under there and working on the transmission. Get the fluid drained out and go from there. Yeah, there it is. Man, that makes so much more space for activities. You know?
Sure.
You can definitely do more things in here, like your hand fits now. You know, all that good stuff. Well, I'll show you guys the transmission just in case somebody had never seen one before. This is pretty standard.
Yeah, it is.
Among
M6 standard. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, good job, guy. So this is the drain plug right here. It's still kind of loose because I'm gonna put some sealer on the threads just to make sure we don't get no drips. And the fill plug's right here. So it's supposed to hold pretty close to a gallon. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my brake bleeder, which has now been converted to a fluid transfer pump temporarily. So I filled it up with the D4, and I got this little short piece of hose on here, so I'm gonna stick that up in this fill plug right here. Pump this up just a little bit, and it'll pump all this fluid in there. When this is empty, I'll go ahead and put the rest of the fluid in here because I think this holds about 2.5 quarts or something. So I'll fill that back up and pump the rest of it in there, and then the transmission's done. So then we're gonna get back there and work on that rear diff. So y'all stay tuned. Pretty simple stuff, you know. Just figured we'd show you guys some of what's going on around here because I'm bad at filming stuff and making videos, so I've got to make a video. So here you go. All right, that thing's kind of going by itself here. It'll pump it out. So Dan's gonna go ahead and knock that. We'll show y'all how to do the brakes on this thing.
So there's a pin here and a pin here. to hold this spring, to hold tension on the spring, to hold tension on the pads.
It's empty.
Yeah.
I gotta fill it back up.
So all basically
That's how fast it pumped up.
Yeah, pretty quick. All you gotta do is knock this pin out, knock this pin out. You have two 18mm bolts on the back that hold the caliper on to the spindle, and that'll help you get the rotor off. Then you have a star bit right here.
Torx 30, right?
That is, yes, T30.
You gotta be careful with that Torx.
Yeah.
You generally, if you have access to any kind of impact, you want to try to do it with that. Just simply because it's easy to strip them things out. And once you strip it out, you're going to have to drill it or something. That's never fun.
No.
So,
Nobody want to do that.
alright, so you see, he drove that pin out.
And you can.
And it's got some little locking clips on the back.
Yeah.
And so that's what holds it, is the ones in the back. Might be easier if you knock the bottom one out. Possibly.
Yeah.
You didn't bring the channel locks over here, did you?
I didn't use them last time.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
But you did tap both the pins out last time.
That's true. Maybe you can see better now.
Maybe. Alright, so you see that little locking clip on there popped out?
You push this in.
There you go.
That pin comes all the way out. It's stuck on the pad right there.
Well, you don't want them to be real easy to take out. That one looks like it's got some gobbly goop on it. That might be what's holding it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You got it. There you go.
Pins.
And we got a new one, so we're not reusing them.
Yeah, we got
Got a hardware kit and everything.
new hardware. So these.
That clip was sideways when you started.
Yeah.
I mean the squeal pad or whatever. Pry the bottom that way. It's kind of cockeyed.
Well, I was trying to get the pads.
Oh,
Once you
yeah.
get the pads out, that spring will just come right out.
All right. So what are you doing right now?
Pushing the Brembos have 4 pistons. There's 2 over here and 2 over here. So what I'm doing, there goes the spring.
That'll make life easier.
Yeah. What I'm doing is prying the pads up against the caliper, which will push the pistons in, which will allow you to pull the.
I need to pry it some more.
Yeah. Which will allow you to pull the pads out. Like that. See? Old pad. So now the pistons inside the calipers are flush.
Pretty flush. This one's
Well,
not.
that one's
They're pretty close.
yeah.
Oh, that one popped back up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like that. So then we turn
Take
it.
the 18s up.
Yeah, we'll take these 18s off. Gotta go get the. Well, it might be on the.
That looks like the
That might be
socket.
the 22 for the lugs. So we'll set it right there.
Don't worry, I can edit this part out. Oh, red shift knob. 18?
Yes,
18.
18 millimeter.
Good deal. Let me see if I can get a good angle of that at the same time you do it.
Alright. Well, I got the bottom one now. You ready?
Yeah. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get out of the way now. You can very delicately let that hang on the hose as long as you don't drop it. That thing's all aluminum, so it's light. There you go. It ain't gonna hurt none. We're gonna put stainless steel lines on there sometime anyway.
Not today, though.
No, not today.
Alright. Take this off.
This is the part where we're talking about the Torx 30. These things are pretty easy to strip out. So what you want to do is try to use an impact. Even if you got one of the old school ones, you tap on, but make sure that's on number 1.
Yes.
Okay, and then make sure it's in reverse for Christ's sakes.
Yes.
And then you want to make sure that you keep a good forward pressure in there. You know, just bump it, and it'll usually come right out. And that looked real easy, but I'm just telling you, it's also real easy to screw it up. and then you're gonna end up drilling it. And a lot of times they're kind of hardened, so it's not easy to drill them sometimes.
Bye bye old warped rotor. Man, they were bad.
Yeah, especially this one.
Yeah, this one was terrible.
Oh, red shift knob. Oh, look at this new rotor.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. All right, so now you want to go back in with this Torx. You also want to be careful not to over tighten it, and don't put Loctite on it.
No.
I'm just telling you, you don't want that kind of evil put on you. And even on number one, you just want to just bump. Maybe one more little bump.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. That's a beautiful little setup right there.
Yeah, it is.
Comes in handy a lot. Got this. This is an old school Craftsman socket. No, this one ain't even Craftsman. I thought it was, but you can put 1/4 inch items in there. And it's got a little set screw, you know, that you can tighten up. Of course, you could always just use a 1/4 inch socket, but it's kind of hard to find them in a 6-point. That's a 3/8 or 1/2 inch drive. So either way, this is pretty cool right here.
1/4 inch items.
Yes, because there's a lot of 1/4 inch items.
Absolutely.
You can get 1/4 inch drill bits even. I wonder what it'd be like to drill a hole with a 1/2 inch impact. We need to find out. Let's test it.
Nothing on here.
No, but we should just test it sometime.
Oh.
Like, what's it like to drill a hole through like a 1/4 inch piece of sheet metal with an impact?
Hey man, let's do it. I'm all down
1/2
for
inch
destruction.
pneumatic. We might be the first person to ever try that stupid
I'm
thing.
down for destruction.
That sounds dumb, just talking about it.
That means it sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah. Alright, so we used a little bit of some green Loctite. This happens to be in a bottle of retaining compound. A lot of people probably don't realize that green Loctite, thread locker, and retaining compound is actually the same thing. So, but it's gonna hold the bolts, but you know it's not. This is like the weakest one as far as I know. The green one is the weakest, because you don't want these things to get stuck. But you also want something, just a little something to hold them and everything. So that stuff will lubricate the threads, so you can get a proper torque reading, and then it'll hold them in there, and then they'll still be able to come out. Because you sure as crap don't need no red Loctite. Blue probably wouldn't hurt, but I know a lot of people use red, and that's just overkill in my opinion. But these things go down to like 150 foot-pounds, and you just don't need a whole lot on top of 150 foot-pounds. And we checked it on the other side. We used the impact on number one to seat everything. Make sure everything sits straight. And then we turned it up to number 3. And we checked it on the other side, and it was about 160 foot-pounds. Something like that. So number 3 is more than sufficient. This little rattle gun's got some rattle in it. When you put the wheels on, you have to be careful with this thing. We usually put it on number 1 and then double check it with the torque. What you got?
Nothing.
Oh, you're number 1.
Number 1.
I'm number 1.
I'm what?
You're like Ricky Bobby. You just want to go fast, don't you?
Yes, but I want to be able to slow down too, though.
Well, true, yeah. I was about to say, you know, I don't know. A lot of people just don't care about stopping.
Oh no!
What's a fella to do if his brakes go out? Just keep going fast?
Yeah, or die.
But you could probably just keep going fast.
Oh. I mean, if people get out of your way, I guess so.
Yeah. What you got there? Some WD-40 Specialist?
Specialist cleaner, kind of like brake cleaner. It'll dry real quick and clean all your components up for your installation.
Just in case.
Yeah.
You got a little gap right here you can wipe the back with, since you didn't do it before you put the caliper back on. But
I
that's
was
cool.
planning on it.
That's cool. Are we still recording? Good deal.
Like this.
See, that's professional.
Yeah. And just spin it a few times, you know?
And you guys don't need any high dollar shop rags or anything like that.
See, it gets all the little...
A good old fashioned beach towel that you take out of the hot closet when your wife's not looking is perfectly fine.
Don't tell her.
That's perfectly fine. You can use this thing forever. You know, if you get one corner of it dirty, just find you another section that don't look dirty and just use that side, you know.
And when she's not looking, throw it in the washing machine.
I can still use the other corner to wax my hood. You know what I'm saying? So you can go a long ways with these beach towels, man. They're like 6 feet long. All right, let me get this flashlight out of the way. I'm afraid it's screwing up the. All
Alright, so new pads, ceramic with the wheel balancers. I'm not sure even what they are. Or what
They're probably weights to keep them from chattering,
Yeah.
if I had to guess.
So you slide those in. Well, if you want to look at this, those are where the pins go. The pins that we took out, that we have new hardware, and the springs will actually press up against right there. So that's what we're doing now.
I think the top piston wasn't really pushed in all the way. On either side. Here, I'll help you out.
I can't see it.
Oh, these things move real easy.
Yeah.
So once you put the, see if you can slide the back one in. It's pretty close. Here. All right.
Go.
Now let me see if I can.
Finagle the front.
Hold this for a second.
Sure.
I'm just going to give these pistons just a little love right there. You're good to go, my guy.
All right.
Just
Nice.
a little. Just give it a little kiss.
Now, make sure you get new hardware. Oh, by the way, can we shout out to where I bought the brake pads or no?
You can. Where'd you get them?
R1 Concepts.
Oh, the brand of them. Yeah. These are R1 Concept.
Slotted and drilled and ceramic pads. Nice.
You know, I wish I could buy R1 Concept parts for my life.
And see that your spring.
You know how nice it would be.
You want it to go. You want it to have tension this way.
Yeah.
And then your
Put the
your roll pin
brakes.
want to come in from the back side
Exactly.
towards the front. So what I like to do is get this one down flush, bring it through. Make sure you go through your pad, through your other pad, and then
Looks like it's lined up pretty good.
well, I'm just gonna set that right there for now.
Did you bring the punch over here?
I did. It's right there.
Nice.
So I'm gonna tap this one, start it.
There you go.
Well,
It's easy to throw you off because it's got that little tip on it.
yeah,
But instead of it being tapered, it's kind of like got a lip on it.
yeah.
So it's kind of strange when you first start it. You got to make sure it's lined up.
Still don't think it's on.
But you're gonna take the punch. But you're gonna take that punch, you know, and knock that thing down flush. I'll push on. There you go. And that's make sure that the little anti-chatter plates, you know, kind of squared up. It's a little sideways, but I don't know if that. Yeah, there you go. Make sure it floats good. And pins are flush. 18s are tight. Got the
Yep, that's tight.
Torx 30 ran back down. You clean the brake pad off, and that's it. That's the brakes are done. Honestly, these are actually pretty quick compared to a lot of cars, man.
Yeah.
I like the setup. So we got the grommet in there now. Just had to go up about one side with the little. It's
Step
not a
bit.
unibit, step bit. Thank you. Unibits are brand new.
Right. So this
Down.
goes in the hole.
Yeah, you gotta line that. It's kind of a little awkward fit, but it actually is real solid once you get it down in there.
And then the grommet is back here a little.
Yeah, down just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Bingo.
Is it all the way down up here?
Yep.
Cool. They even put a quickie cap on here.
So nice.
Isn't that cool? Man, they went all out on that thing. Alright, so we got our nipple coming out down there for the fluid, so we need to find somewhere to mount this. That I would imagine it's got to be plugged in, you know, to work.
Right.
So probably somewhere close to this plug right here. We don't need instructions. Instructions are for the weak. Perfect. Don't you just love that Milwaukee M12
What now?
3/8 electric impact driver thing?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a handy tool, man.
I love that thing.
Alright, now let's hook back up.
Good deal. Alright, so we need to put this tank back where it goes. And then we'll maneuver this nylon line where it needs to go, and then we'll be done.
Real.
Dude, I don't know. Did you bump a button or something?
I didn't touch anything. I was just holding it right there.
Well, it's recording again. I don't know what that was. It had a symbol of a bicycle and it said okay.
Well, it was ready for movement.
I just don't know what that was. Let me grab one more zip tie.
Alright.
What do you think? Red, green, clear, or yellow?
Clear.
I'm out of black ones, sorry.
I said
The
clear.
reason I'm out of black ones is because they're the best ones.
Yeah.
I gotta get some more. Alright, I felt something like a zip tie that too right there. Just because we want to keep everything
Buttoned up.
nice and neat.
Mm-hmm.
Buttoned up is a good term. I like that one.
Like that one?
You know, I feel like some of these sayings are just dying off with the generations. Just like my grandfather used to say, don't worry about the mule, load the wagon.
Yep.
You heard that one?
I have.
You're the first person I met that heard that one. You understand the concept.
Yes. Whatever
it's
you
a
put on
good
it, it's gonna be pulled.
That's not the concept. That's funny. Alright. Clip that guy off and that'll be that. Really wasn't too bad. Clip this other one off down here too. That way next time you reach in here for something you don't cut your arm open.
Look at those brakes though.
Oh yeah. Alright, so got the airbox all put back together, everything's good. Got the tank ran, all the lines ran.
Yeah.
You got the splash shield put back in, right?
Yes, sir.
Man,
Installed.
making good time.
Need to throw this wheel back on now.
Go for it.
About to.
You got the logo up?
Yeah, they're in my little rolly box that I'm rolling around in.
Nice. Gotta love a good brake stool.
Yeah, right.
And we'll come back with the torque wrench and hit those with about 95 foot-pounds.
Once we drop it.
Yeah. Yeah, those brakes look nice,
Man,
man.
them brakes are beautiful.
Man, this thing's sick. Man. There it goes. That tune's pretty on point, isn't it? Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna go for a quick ride right quick. See if the second gear is working. Great. Holy smokes, dude, they're smooth. I guess that pretty much concludes the Camaro video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the, you know, the dry humor and the, you know, sort of tutorials, and I know you enjoyed the little rip around. Anybody likes to see a 540 horsepower Camaro rip around a little bit. That was a perfect time to hit segment. But anyway, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Dan, it's always good having you, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me be on the channel and work on the car some more.
Oh yeah.